So, so one of the things that the military guys used to do for me is that they would keep stating this voyeur in me. And so they knew that they knew about these 50 cameras and all the hacks and stuff. And so periodically I would go over to a friend's house who was in that world. And they would attempt to build, well, they were attempting to build, like, whenever I would be over there, to be, like, shutting off the voyeur stuff, because essentially they would attempt to build as cybersecurity at my house, and then essentially they were kind of able to get my computer, but then they noticed that everybody had like 50 cameras pointed at my house. Then they knew about the 50 cameras up at Brandon's house or apartment, and so that's where they attempted to build a test system that shuts that stuff down. It's like their attempt was like to be the facial recognition. And then if the cameras were around, for those to be shut off based on the scanning the facial recognition. It's like when I was at Smith, on Smith Avenue, some guy would constantly have his camera pointed at my house. And that then, when I moved to Potter Street, then the fucking neighbors would constantly have cameras pointed at my house. And then, when I moved to Hood Street in North Richland, then the houses and stuff would point cameras at my house. And that basically it was determined that Lena would turn into a basket case over it. So that is kind of where, like, and then Dunn knew that I wouldn't react, and Dunn knew that I would alert different people, so they didn't necessarily tell me. I kind of knew about it, but essentially I didn't tell Lena, because pretty much I knew that that type of stuff is like the voyeur stuff, the ghost voyeur shit, and the cameras and shit, that stuff. See, it had already been determined women with a similar psychology as Lena turning into basket cases after that shit. Okay, after finding out that stuff. See, the whole idea is that when they started huge voyeur sites on my son, then, the whole idea is that isolated groups, that was a problem. But when it became huge, 1,000 people groups, okay, that's when I wanted her to understand that stuff, because the higher probability of people interacting with him, the higher probability of more people being obsessed about him, the higher probability of people reaching out physically into his life becomes a higher probability the more people that are voyeuring Lena, or my son, or me. In that sense, all of her stupid fucking friends basically started the whole voyeur site on us. In Kennewick, Amazon. It's the guy that has the red-headed daughter that's big and fat, that has a red beard, that used to work at Kennewick, Amazon with Lena. And then it's like the Mexican dude that has like all the kids. They started Wee Boy. Which was like a huge, massive exploitation system of us. Okay? Nope, then there's sociopaths, and they would act like her friend and shit, and her second life and shit. And then, basically, then they would follow her around on her second life, and then they were the ones that were uploading stuff that Lena thought nobody would know about. And then they were the ones that were essentially trying to 50 slut her all the time. And then they would act like her friends. Okay? See, that's the kind of shit that's like so fucked up. And that since Lena, when Lena locks up psychologically when things become so highly stressful, and when things in reality, like the reality of her friends being so close in ways to her, and then doing that type of stuff. Okay? That is where Lena kind of psychologically locks up. Alright? And then she hides. Okay? And so that is a pretty normal response. The fact that people were essentially acting like friends of hers that basically were causing all the problems in her life. See, that kind of shit. That kind of shit. You notice that I don't hang out with any of my friends anymore. Well, one day I was drunk and I told Dusty about a bunch of movie ideas, and lo and behold, those got ripped off, and then people made a bunch of millions of dollars off of it. And so that is where I don't trust them whatsoever. Okay? When I bring up this stuff about me yelling about all this stuff, those people, they should have talked to me at some point about that stuff, and they still, to this very day, have not said one thing to me about that stuff. And that's why I don't trust them. They are not trustworthy. I don't trust second life friends at all. And I don't trust her new husband, because he does IT hacking stuff. Those people are all involved in stuff online that I wouldn't trust those people whatsoever. I don't trust people that do hacking. Those people are involved in things way beyond what most people would ever know. I don't trust them around our son. I know exactly how people get into dark webs and shit. I do not trust him whatsoever. I don't trust anybody else that does IT management either. See, I don't trust people that give me reasons to not trust them. See, when people give off the persona of logic and rationality, and then when that stuff is presented to them, they're supposed to respond in logical and rational ways with me. And then if they don't, then I don't trust them. See, people that place an illusion of being people that are responsible and logical and rational, when somebody shows them logical and rational stuff, and then they don't respond in a normal way, then I have reasons to not trust them. And since I know what IT, computer science, hacker world, I know what those people do. Those are the people that go onto dark webs. And I know exactly how people get onto dark webs. And then I don't trust any of those people being around my little boy. I do not trust anybody that uses dark web around my little boy. And that the reason for that is basically a lot of times People molest little kids in front of a camera, and then they upload it to a dark web. And that's why I don't trust people who use dark web around my little boy. And that's just good parenting practice. See, in the millennial modern generation, people that do dark web aren't necessarily trustworthy around children based on their needs and uses and what they get in APIs and shit and patches and shit and computer programs and shit out of the dark web. A lot of times that stuff requires blackmailing uploads as a pedophile to be getting that stuff. Even people that work inside of companies. And so people that do IT management a lot of times are on dark webs. And that people that get the cybersecurity API patches a lot of times get those off of dark webs that require people to upload pedophile blackmails. So that's why I don't trust those people around my kid. It is pretty common and pretty prevalent. And so since everybody sits around being a raging sociopath or somebody divulging all the fucking secrets and shit, that's the other thing, is that stupid little whiny little hackers that are come from little middle class worlds, they don't seem to respond in a normal way. See, people that come from the lower class world, when the heat is on, when they get caught, they don't react to people by being sociopaths. Like these gang members here in Pasco. When the heat gets on, when people find out, they stop. They break their computers, and then they stop. They don't go and find the person that figures it out and starts torturing them in all accessible ways based on being a whiny little pedo bitch. See, that's what entitled little middle class and hackers and people that don't come from the low class. That's what you people in middle and upper class, you people respond by wanting to hack and harass and torture people that narc off your guys' little information. Mexicans around here, basically, if somebody finds out what they're doing, then they stop. They just stop. Yeah, it's a little lower class neighborhood, but that's the whole idea, is that they stop. They don't start torturing people and shit. They don't start hacking YouTube corporations and shit. They don't go around accessing hacker speakers or tech speakers and torturing people to death. I mean, that's what you people do, and that's why you guys are sociopaths. You people are fucking crazy people. And what did you guys all do? Did you guys all group together and call me crazy for talking about all the shit that you guys are involved with? See how dumb that is? That's dumb to do that. You people shouldn't lie. Nowadays, you people are sitting in front of a fucking camera and are people that are suspected. They can tell on your deposition videos if you're fucking lying. And what the fuck gives you people authority? Why would you guys think that your guys' opinion or explanation would be more believable than mine? I'm a person that doesn't have any blackmails. I'm a person that has a dark web profile that basically the government has no problem getting into and seeing that the little FBI indexes that the little stupid Mormons do have documented me not doing anything bad. I don't have any reason to be changing my testimonies. They know that. Why would you people think that lying and hacking would be a smart response to anything? Why would you guys do that? That kind of shit is like where you people think backwards. You people think backwards. There was no Republican pass. Open Pedo Nation was just Donald Trump not busting anybody. All he would have ever figured out is that Open Pedo Nation was like a huge trick. It was a big trick. The whole dumb Republican world thought that they would get a pass. A whole illusion was built around a pass system of acting like a bitch brain and being a sociopath. And then having a gray out system or something. And it was just one huge trap. You guys think that being a bitch brain and a sociopath, that's what gets you guys passes? Doesn't that sound retarded? Right. That's why it's not a cover-up system. Okay? It's supposed to be obviously so retarded that it would never be considered a cover-up system. But you people are too stupid. So just remember that I know that you people think in the ways that all these Mormons were doing during Donald Trump's administration, okay? You guys are doing the procedure. And that procedure is not a cover-up. That procedure won't do anything that you people are looking to achieve. All it will do is place you all in a open pedophile site. That's all it will do. And then people will lie to all of you about it being a cover-up site. And then you guys will turn into paranoid people. And then you guys will start doing a bunch of psychotic shit. It's not a cover-up site. And if you guys have been so used to listening to a man backwards or something, pedo bangers do that. Don't. The training that people get after they do the pedo bang is to view somebody that divulges all the information without any blackmail as talking backwards. You see how dumb that is? You guys get it yet? You see how, yeah, I know that Mormon built that, and that Mormon got advisement from a bunch of people that set Mormon up. Okay? It was meant for Mormon to expose their temples. It was meant for Mormon to expose their community of pedo bangers. It was meant for Mormon to be so stupid blatantly and not realize that everybody made a concerted effort into making an open cover-up system. And it was meant to make Mormon, who thought that they were smarter than the fucking world, be people that blatantly get shoved in their face how fucking stupid they are. See, what they do is they go around forcing people that hate them to build a cover-up system, and that they're too stupid because they don't actually know how to do anything. That, yeah, people that hate them, oh, you want us to build an open, blatant cover-up system? And see, they just didn't tell them that. They acted like they were forced to do all that stuff for them. Illusions. So, just remember that if you guys are using Brandon's ideas, don't. Remember Mormon Q. What special little thoughts would have been placed out there for little Mormon cure. What little placements of little thoughts. Oh, here's what not to do. 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 And then in his system, it says, do this, do this, do this. Why would that happen? Imagine, just think back to Whack Off picture. Just think about it. Why? Why would I work magic so hard into placing everything wrong to do in every fucking way? Just think back to Mormon Q. Just think about that. Think about that moment. Just like little stupid FBI agent, just like Justin, just like that Lord's counseling guy. Okay? Think about why they would be given the exact wrong thing to do in a fucking procedure. In a cover-up procedure. Why? Why? Think about that. Think about that one fucking thing. Why would I literally manipulate a whole huge cover-up system? Why would I do that? Why would I do that? What does the term Mormon Q mean? Why would I do that? Think about that. Just work through the fucking magic of thoughts. Why would I do that? Think about that. Why would a super genius do that to all of you? Why? Think about it. Think about it. Why would I build an illusion after that moment? Hey friend, hey friend, hey friend, hey friend. The magical mystery tour.